Hello everybody, it's Lion from LionBricks.com. Today I'm showcasing this Lego recording studio that I made. I'm personally quite into this kind of thing. I go to a film course at college and I've got my own little setup at home where I like to make my own videos, of course this video being one of them. And I just sort of recently bought some acoustic foam online for my audio stuff, and I thought I'd make a little mock of it out of Lego, and then I thought why not just build a full-blown professional recording studio. So it ended up doubling in size. As you can see, it's made up of 2 rooms. I think it's pretty cool, so we're going to take a look at it, and yeah, let's jump straight into it. So the way these work is you've basically got a tech room on one side where you've got the guys with the computers and the monitors and all the audio recording gear getting ready to record everything and edit it together, and then behind a sheet of glass they basically shove an actor into another room full of foam and get them to act, if you can call it that. And yeah, let's take a look at that room first. On the walls I have all of this acoustic foam. If you look up any pictures of recording studios online, you'll definitely see this design. It's a very popular thing to do, and basically the way it works is all this foam reduces the amount of echo in the room, which provides for much better audio. In terms of the floor, it would probably be a carpet realistically, since that absorbs it, but I decided to go with the nice wooden floorboards. Why not? And then to one side I've got a door, which would obviously be how you get into the room. I think realistically that would probably be on one of the other sides, but obviously one wall was cut off and the other one I wanted as a perfect foam wall, so I decided to just put it to the right of the mock. And then in the centre I've got my microphone set up with the actor reading off of a script. I don't know if you've ever seen these kind of microphone setups, but the way they're usually laid out is you've got a microphone with a kind of muffler in the front to stop any wind or breath creating a crackling noise on the microphone. And these are usually kind of round things with a checker pattern. If you've ever seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's quite hard to describe, but I actually used a minifigure tennis racket to create that, and it actually looks pretty accurate. I really like how that turned out. That's something I'm very proud of in this mock. The microphone itself is a standard microphone, and I've got that connected to all kinds of weird little bits and bobs to make up the stand. And then of course, like I said, I've got the actor over there, and I've got a little stand for the script. I just put a piece of paper on there. I wanted to use an official printed Lego tile for this. I don't really have any script tiles, so I decided to use a newspaper since it has a lot of text on there, and I suppose the picture itself could be some kind of visual representation of what's happening in the scene. The microphone is plugged in with a wire on the floor, and then towards the back I decided to create my own microphone. I actually saw the minifigure painting piece when looking for parts for this mock, and I thought it looked very much like a microphone, so I decided to transform that into one and then make a little tripod for that as well. I suppose that could be for capturing room tone, which kind of defeats the objective of this room, or it could just be a spare that they use if the other one isn't working, or if you've got 2 actors in the same room. So yeah, that's all of the gear in this room. Of course, there's not a lot in here, there's not supposed to be, so let's take a look at the other room, which is full of stuff. So of course, in the front of the window I've got this massive tech panel with like a million different buttons on it. You always get these things so that they have access to whatever they need to do on the spot. I always think they look really cool, and I recreated one here with a bunch of printed slopes towards the back and then a couple of printed tiles along the bottom. My Death Star dismantlement coming in clutch here with all of the different printed grey pieces that I need. I definitely never regretted buying that. And then towards the back I've also got a couple more devices. I've got a shelf to one side with a couple of gizmos on it, and then I've also got a kind of just another recording stack of stuff with buttons on. Of course you can't get too detailed with Lego, so I've just used lots of printed tiles, and then there's another thin column next to the main desk which has a couple of dials on it, which you can imagine would be all of the audio levels. Above that I've got a set of 4 monitors. I thought these would be perfect for whatever they're doing at the time. They could display anything they need up there, and they're all fitted to a kind of rack on the wall. I really love how this looks. I've got them all angled just a little bit facing downwards, and then that's actually fitted on with a wire which leads under the desk, which I imagine is where the plug socket would be. I also have another monitor to the right of the main desk, and this would kind of be just another side to the MOC that you can't really see. I think it adds a nice sense of a 3D MOC. You know, it's not just all built to one side. There is a sense of there's actually other stuff going on here, if that makes sense. But on this monitor, I imagine they would just be displaying more bits and bobs. I've got two swivel chairs in front of the desk with someone sitting at them, and then just behind him I have a desk with a couple of old film tapes, or in this case audio tapes, and I've got another newspaper there which could be another script. Maybe it's the same one that they're checking every now and then. Just above that I've got a lamp hanging from the wall. This is a very simple design, but I really love it. It's got a nice clean look to it, and yep, that's pretty much just fitted on with one of those bricks with a pinhole, and then again I used just a jumble of parts from my drawers to make up this kind of fitting. So I used even a lightsaber, a couple of rods, a clip, and some more pieces like pins. Just behind that I've got a massive storage area with loads of drawers and loads of shelves, which you can imagine they fill up with all of the stuff that they accumulate over time making all of these audio tracks. So I've got these kind of two main drawer sets. I've got a small one on the left and then a double one on the right. A couple of those drawers are bulging open, full of stuff, and then in between I've got this shelf rack with a couple of gizmos and just a couple of cool looking printed tiles and pieces that I put on there to make it a little bit more interesting. On top of one of the sets of drawers I've also got some messy papers thrown up on top as well. To help these rooms feel connected, I added in a couple of vents above the windows. The floor design here is also a couple of reddish brown tiles, and then the MOC itself is actually built up of tan bricks all the way around. The back of it is satisfyingly clean. I really love how that looks along there, and then along the front I just added in a nice strip of tiles to frame the front of the MOC and show that it's this nice clean cut, and that pretty much does it for this creation. I really enjoyed building it up until 2 o'clock in the morning, and in the end I think I was able to put in loads of cool little details that are both really realistic and really cool to see. But that wraps up today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and until next time, thanks for watching.